Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm super uber mega excited to share this very unexpected couple that I definitely didn't saw coming, the storyline and everything that they are bringing to the table. The storyline that's currently developed between Maeve and Phil. But before we get into further details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments as well, because like I always say, your opinion does matter.
For a very nice time. Phil, are you decent?
No, Phil. I have been nothing but patient with you. What? We should never ever have done anything, and I feel really sick about cheating.
I haven't got Drew's permission to do that. Yeah,
It's fine. I totally get it. I think I panicked. I'm confused. Okay, and I don't really remember how we ended up like that last night.
Yes, so basically, Shortland Street is a long running New Zealand soap opera focused on the professional and also personal life of the staff and family associated with an hospital known as Shortland Street Hospital. The show explores complex issues, often, reflecting real life experiences through medical dramas, character relationships, and also significant dramatic storylines. Yes, it's very good. First and foremost, we're gonna start off with Phil. Phil, she is a junior doctor. She was in a complex love affair with Harper, who passed away. She later on had a miscarriage. Her journey has involved negative power dynamics at the hospital and also trying to figure out how to make romantic connections again. After her breakup with Harper, Phil got with Ahia, who got pregnant and was ready to settle down, but things didn't go as planned. So now she's single and just trying to figure out life and how to proceed on this new journey that she's on, especially after losing Harper, a woman that she definitely loved. And then we have May in the Maeve. Her story on the soap opera being marked by her toxic marriage to Nicole and the tragic passing of her son. And she was a suspect as well for the passing of her son. She is a nurse at the hospital. Nicole, her wife, is in prison for elimination crime. And Maeve, in this case, in the new season, is heartbroken and struggling to process the loss of her family and her wife wanting to divorce her as well. So how the two started to connect is through, working together at the hospital. Obviously, one is a doctor, the other one is a nurse. But at the beginning of this new season, you can basically see them not spending a lot of time together. But later on, as the season progressed, you can slowly but surely see them starting to build a connection slowly but surely. But you can also see that in this case, Maeve, she's still going through this whole new reality that she's facing, realizing that, her partner, her wife, Nicole, will be in prison for a really long time. So she and Phil start to develop this on and off, temptation type of, romantic situation where they hook up and then the next day they apologize, they regret it, then they hook up again, and now they don't speak about it. Phil is kind of very understanding towards Maheve's situation, knowing that she's going through a lot, seeing her wife in prison, knowing that her wife wants a divorce, but also at the same time, you can see that even though Maeve she wants and she is attracted to Phil, she still is persisting on being married and being with Nicole, because Nicole, her wife, is basically telling her like, hey, we need to get a divorce, we're not happy, we haven't been happy for a really long time, I need to let you go, this is not right, it's time for us to move forward, this is not what you want, this is not what I want, it's just time for us to put an end to our marriage. And obviously Maeve, she's like, no, I don't want to, I love you, I want to be with you. And then she goes home, she seeks for Phil, and then she and Phil hook up. Phil is okay with the situation, but then Phil is like, hey, I know you're going through a lot, I'm here to support, to help you, I know what we're doing is just hooking up, but I need you to be a little bit more honest and transparent. It's coming to that point, currently, because at the beginning it was all fun and games, because you can see that Phil is also going through a lot, also still grieving Harper's passing, realizing that Harper's, in this case, husband is moving forward with someone else, is also making her feel a type of way low key, because she's like, hey, your wife just passed away, you're already moving on, and she's still trying to figure out her way of moving on. So now that she's connecting with Maeve, is kind of giving her that break to be like, okay, maybe it's also time for me to move on and to reconnect and to find someone else. So she kind of sees also Maeve as an escape, from her reality, because she's also going through a lot of troubles when it comes to her career, and she's also starting to be doubted a lot, as a doctor, because of certain mistakes that she had been doing. So now that they are on this temptation love affair situation, that both of them don't know what is going on, they are still trying to figure things out. But as the season progresses, you can slowly see that they are starting to be a little bit more into one another. They are spending more times together. It is going now further, like slowly but surely, way more than just casual hookups, more than just, just spending the night, coming to see you late at night with a bottle of wine. You can actually see that they are starting to make a little bit more of a connection when it comes to opening, with each other regarding certain things that they weren't comfortable speaking at the beginning. So I don't know where this couple is gonna end, in my personal opinion. Though I feel like they still have a lot to figure out, yes, especially Maeve in this case. I feel like she knows that her wife doesn't want her, but at the same time, she still loves her wife. And I really do feel like if Nicole comes out of prison some way, somehow, which I doubt she will, because she's there because she eliminated someone and she's willing to take the responsibility for her crime. So I don't see her coming out. But if she actually ends up coming out, then it will be very, very, very complicated for Phil, because I do slowly start to see that Phil is starting to catch feeling more Maeve in this case, and she's also trying to realize that maybe Maeve is just using her as an escape. And I really do hate this for Phil. I feel like every time Phil open herself to a woman to explore things with a woman, also with her situation with Harper, she's always the one that ends up getting hurt. In my personal opinion, I might be wrong. She's always the one that's understanding. She's always the one that's compromising. She's always the one that understands the other person's position, and she cannot just accepts the roles that she has to play. And I feel like at the end of the day, she's always the one that ends up getting hurt the most. So I really don't know where my mindset is gonna head at, because she will still have to go through the divorce, and she cheated on her wife. So there's also something that haunts her a lot, because she feels guilty, but also at the same time she doesn't feel guilty, because if you felt guilty about something that you did, in this case cheating, you wouldn't go back to the arms of the person that you cheated with after you just visited your wife, soon to be ex-wife, in prison. So there is a lot of conversations and a lot of questions that still will have to be answered when it comes to their relationship. But like I said, it's a new relationship that is still developing. A lot will have to be unveiled. A lot of questions will still have to be answered. But currently we can say that they are casually hooking up. They are casually starting to know each other. They understand that they are far from being in a relationship, and they also want to keep their situation, love affair, whatever they have going on, private, because they don't want people in the hospital, to come into their personal business, especially because Harper's husband, in this case, Phil's ex-lover's husband, he doesn't want, Maeve to be close to Phil, because he went through the same situation where, in this case, Phil was, cheating with his wife on him. And he also doesn't want, in this case, Maeve to let Nicole go, because he knows that Maeve and Nicole, they love each other. They're just going through a very tragic moment in their lives as a family. So there's also a whole lot of people that are actually against this love affair, especially because of Phil. A lot of people feel like Phil is always the one that is there, wrecking homes. She's always the one there to, get herself involved with people that she's not supposed to get herself involved in, which is a little bit unfair, because, Phil, she also went through her own, situation, and she's not the only one to blame for these affairs, because it takes two to tangle. So yes, there's still a lot that will be developed when it comes to their storyline, and I am super excited for it, and I'm 100 trillion% here for it. I will definitely be keeping you guys updated. So yes, there are currently 32 seasons available. Depending on your location, you can actually watch it on Apple TV, and if you are from the UK, you can watch it on STV Player UK. It will be available. So yes, stay tuned, because there will be more, details regarding their relationship coming very soon. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until the next video, and goodbye.